Welcome, horror fam, to HHN 365, a Halloween Horror Nights podcast. My name is Duff, and as always, I'm here with my co-hosts, Jess and Jonathan. And not usually, but also here is Alex. What's going on, guys?
Choo choo.
Yeah.
Choo choo.
Woo. The train's
We got
here.
sinners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All the excitement. Look at that. Wow. All right. Before we get into any of that, though, follow us on social media. That's Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at HHN365 or TikTok at HHN365pod. Join our Discord where we talk about Sinners and everything else HHN and Haunt related. That link will be in the description. Check out our merch shop at HHN365.com. And if you want to leave a voicemail that will play on the show eventually, I guess, that number is 407-906-4134. And on today's show, of course, we are talking about the announcement of Sinners for both Orlando and Hollywood, as well as touching on the changes on the recent spec maps as well. So a nice, jam-packed, fun, very fun, exciting episode because announcements are back. It's a big one we've been waiting for. We're finally here.
We made it to
before
our
we get
first
into
IP
anything-
announcement.
We
Sorry.
did.
Okay.
Before we get you're good. Before we get into any of the details, though, thanks for joining on the YouTube lives all the time. We have a great time. We got them rolling. It's great. Keep joining us. We're trying to do them weekly, so well, I'm not going to say a specific day because we're not going to stay on schedule. But just look on our social media. We had some fun this past week, Jess. That's for sure.
Oh, it was a lot of fun, and I definitely won. So,
Mm,
the chat said so. Duff.
well, I mean, some of them said me.
Okay. A lot more of them did not say you.
Okay, if you say so. Well, if you want to decide who wins this thing we haven't described at all, just go check out our recording of the YouTube live.
It was really fun.
Bye. All right, let's get into some of the news and rumors before we get into the big announcement. So first of all, I think this just happened today as the day we're recording, or maybe yesterday. There was a new item put up in Boris's window, and then also Madame Bazille's window as well. And it was going to be a carnival poster. And it has the address of the Macy's building where the tribute stores were held prior to last year. So hopefully, hinting at the fact that it's returning to that location. And I will say, Skipper Haas, who works on the tribute stores, if you didn't know, did quote tweet this kind of with a smirk face. So
Ooh.
I like that.
Oh, that gets me excited. Also, they said, shut up, everybody. We hear you complaining.
Mm-hmm.
I also recently told everybody to shut up on TikTok and stop complaining about it.
See, sometimes whining works, and that's why we do it.
Hey, I have a really hot take about the tribute store, but I'll save that for you guys to find out for yourself on TikTok.
Yeah. Anyone feel negative about this location, or is this all good foreshadowing for everyone?
Nobody better have anything to say.
Yeah.
It's gonna
no,
go
this
in the
is
best location? What?
Yeah. What?
Darn. Oh,
I miss the arcade. Never mind.
Well, that's about it for news that's not related to the big thing. So we're going to go right into it. Sinners announced as a house for HHN Orlando and Hollywood. We got a teaser video with it. We got a merch drop with it. We got fanfare. We had the craziest merch drop I've ever seen, by the way. That was insane.
Yeah.
Insane. And I think it probably is because they literally announced the day before, 2 days before, sometime earlier in the week, what day they'd make the announcement. So, yeah, people knew when to be there.
Yeah.
I have never seen the line go like out the frickin' door and loop all the way almost to Bourne pretty much. Like it was insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they literally had security go in and kick people out and create a line. It was bad.
Well, we shouldn't.
There's
be
a hack,
talking
but I'm gonna
accents.
keep my secrets. We're gonna.
We're keeping that a secret?
Alex. Keeping our secrets.
Okay, yeah, keeping it. Got it. Down low. No one will know.
That you can probably figure out because it's not too difficult. But yeah, so real quick before we discuss everything and our thoughts, let me give you the description that Universal gave us for Sinners. It's opening night at the Smokestack Twins Juke Joint. but the blues become red when a hive mind of bloodthirsty vampires crashes the party in this haunted house based on the original film Sinners. The blues become red as a fucking bar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Big fan.
Love it. Love it. And then alongside this, of course, we did get that announcement video that I mentioned. And it seems that we're probably going to follow a specific aesthetic as we have now for a few years, kind of just mixing it up based on property and tossing it in the middle. Basically, you enter a tent, and in this specific video, Oddfellow is narrating. He's flipping over cards, flips over the middle card. It is Sinners, and that's about it.
You know what I like
Yeah.
though? Even though it's obscure enough that like it doesn't matter because this is for both coasts and one coast has no Oddfellow and one coast does. I do like that at least for us, we know that an icon was involved in an IP announcement. That was kind of cool.
Correct. Yes, that is. I've seen some people question, like, is that Oddfellow? It's like, yeah, that's 100% Oddfellow's
Yeah.
voice.
And honestly, it makes me wonder, if some of the other announcement videos, like Stranger Things or something, will be voiced by Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
Yeah, do they get to take turns? That'd be fun. Now, let's talk about the key art because, oh man, I love it. It is phenomenal. It is not exactly what we have on the merch. Not the merch is bad, but the key art's so good. I just want it available on merch right now. Now.
It will be, though. It had to be a little different.
Did you hear me say now? Now.
I know, I hear you, but remember, the announcement has to be a little bit different. But God, is it sexy? Both of it, the key art, the merch, all of it, but the key art.
Mm-hmm.
To not have that, actually Michael B. Jordan on it, but to be that, they got it.
Yeah, it's
Well,
quite awesome.
It may look familiar stylistically to some people, and there's a good reason for that. It was made by Butcher Billy, who made the episode posters for Stranger Things. So if you see that in the aesthetic, that's why. That's why. And it looks really good. I think the most impressive thing is that clearly they do not have likeness rights for Michael B. Jordan. And that probably carries over to other actors and actresses as well. But they still made it work. And when you know what it looks like, right? You know what generally how Sinners, the posters and merchandise looks. It's Michael B. Jordan, 2 versions of him on there, maybe some additional characters. So how do you do that without having likeness rights? And they nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
Yeah.
I think they captured the vibes of each of the, the smokestack quints perfectly in the key art. You got Vampire Stack, glaring at the camera, and you got Smoke just chilling in the corner, just being all nonchalant. I think it's perfect.
Mm-hmm. And then Remick has a pretty fucking nasty face scar going up the side.
Mm-hmm.
Just looks amazing all around. Very impressed.
It also kind of looks like a tarot card, just entirely. And I wonder if everything else might follow the same pattern. Because I mean, when with the announcement video, sort of flipping over the card, and having it be part of that key art a little bit and showing Sinners makes me think every one is going to be sort of similar, where he flips the card and it kind of looks like its own tarot card or something like that. And that would be a cool aesthetic if they follow through with that throughout the season or announcement season.
Yeah, I think that would make a ton of sense for sure.
Oh yeah, and imagine that, on the studio arches, all 5 of those tarot cards up. That would be amazing.
Oh my god.
Ooh. New key art borders on the arch, please.
What do you mean? Tarot cards fit perfectly behind the Walking Dead fences.
Yeah, what was I thinking? You're right. Now, we did get a lot more info. Well, okay, not a lot more compared to some of the announcements last year, but we got more info about the house is on both coasts through a Variety article that came out. I'll pick up one of the fun quotes here. The house will transport guests back in time to the popular Club Juke, where they will quickly realize that nothing is as it seems when nefarious red-eyed vampires Remick, Bert, and Joanne appear with their insatiable hunger. As they attempt to evade the vampires at every turn, fans will encounter some of their favorite characters lifted straight from the film, including Sammy, Mary, Annie, Perline, and Cornbread. Caught in a deadly struggle between twins Smoke and Stack and the bloodthirsty vampires, guest must survive the night. I love that they mentioned all of those characters. I know specifically a lot of people have been stoked that Cornbread will be in the house. But seeing that they're actually going to use their kind of full cast is a lot of fun. Does anyone want to take the next point?
See, I would, but I'm afraid I'm going to pronounce every name wrong here. Except Ryan Coogler. So forgive me because I'm gonna try my best. But basically there was a joint statement made by Ryan Coogler, who was the director of Sinners, Zinzi Coogler and Sev Ohanian. I said that wrong. I'm so sorry. And they're producers of Sinners and founders of Proximity Media, sort of like a joint statement between everybody. And it said, it's been incredible to see audiences connect with Sinners in such a powerful way. Now, partnering with Halloween Horror Nights gives fans the chance to step even deeper into the world of the film, to feel the music, the atmosphere, the tension all around them. Watching it come to life on this scale has been really special for all of us. And keep in mind, this is the only statement we have right now from anyone who actually made the movie, has been a part of making that movie. So yeah, this is I'm not sure how much involvement they actually have with this house itself, but it seems like they like it, what they've seen so far.
Mm-hmm. I would say I'm interpreting this quote at least that they probably are not really hands-on at all. If they are at all, it's very low level involvement. Maybe they're just kind of getting updates, but it doesn't sound like they're directly working on this by any means.
No. I also didn't really expect them to be honest.
No. We've just seen that a bit in the past, more recently as well. So you wondered.
Yeah. I think that they will. I think maybe Ryan will see Hollywoods. I hope.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope.
I'm sure he'll visit at least one.
Am I starting a petition?
It would probably be Hollywood
to get us out there for the red carpet. So maybe Michael B. Jordan's there. I don't know.
Studios Hollywood. Are you listening?
Listen, John, I said this on the live, but I'll say it here. I'm willing to like let bygones be bygones and like talk it out if I can potentially. Yeah. Please.
Well, since you're already talking about
I don't want to.
You want to take his quote?
So John Murdy said, just as Ryan Coogler's Academy Award-winning film Sinners reinvented the vampire movie, we are reinventing the haunted house and creating new ways to scare our guests that we've never attempted, and are thrilled to bring this amazing story to life in a truly terrifying and fully immersive way. I feel like he has said this sentence of words in different formulas for the IP articles every couple, last couple years.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Mike Aiello kind of does the same.
Yeah,
it's going to come up. But he always, I don't know, he individualizes it just a bit more at the beginning. Just a bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a Murdy quote, for sure.
Not a Murdy tweet.
It's corporate. Quote. It's corporate talk.
Corporate Murdy. He's not as sassy. He can't be with, who is it?
He can't, no.
Who is this? Vanity?
Variety.
Also, the Hollywood Reporter had the same stuff. Like, it was whoever got it out first.
Yeah.
It's fine. Whatever. Thanks, Murdy.
Mm-hmm. And from head Orlando creative Michael Aiello, the moment Sinners premiered, we knew it was an undeniable fit for Halloween Horror Nights, and it's an honor to bring this story to life. He said, it's rare for a film to fully satisfy hardcore horror fans while also inviting new audiences into the genre, and that's exactly what Sinners does. It's a world, characters, and intensity will translate into a relentless haunted house. We can't wait for our fans to step inside and experience the horror firsthand in a way that only Halloween Horror Nights can deliver.
Yeah, you see, like, first half, he's a little more individualized about the film, and then it becomes very, Halloween Horror Nights, it's a house.
Yeah. I don't know if I would say I watched I watched the film and go, yeah, right after I finished it, that's a Halloween Horror Nights house. because I don't think any of us did that. But I mean, now seeing things come out and stuff like I think it can definitely work. But I don't know if that was my first thought after finishing the movie for the first time. You know,
Definitely not mine. I think I thought that was a great movie. It would be cool if we could see it at HHN, but I don't know if it's going to work.
Honestly, I think it was more so just the cultural impact that film had because, it's been very long time since we've seen a horror movie sweep the Oscars like Sinners did.
hmm
Mhm. Yeah. Um, uh, those are corporate speak basically in the Variety article. I feel like last year, at least for multiple of the properties, we got some articles that felt like they were pages long on our documents of quotes we got, and that's very much not it. Not too much detail about the house. They're just saying they're excited about it, which, I mean, what else are they going to say?
Well, they could say a little more in terms of Orlando's side because Ramon Peradora, who is handling this house, he's the show director and writer for the Sinners Haunted House at Halloween Horror Nights 35 in Orlando, said a little bit more, made a whole tweet thread about some thoughts he has on the film and some things that might be in or at least Orlando's version of the house. I'd assume parts of both, but right now this is particularly Orlando's. So are we ready to dive into these?
Yeah, let's do
All
it.
right, let's do it. I'm gonna read through. You need to stop me, let me know. Because there's a couple of tweets here, a couple of tweet threads. So Ramon says, honored and humbled to be working as the show director and writer for the Sinners Haunted House at HHN 33. This experience, much
Woo!
like the yeah, sorry. Oh, sorry. HHN 35. Oh, so okay. There, a little bit of change there. HHN 35. This experience, much like the Oscar-winning film, celebrates the profound power of culture and music while immersing you in a terrifying vampire onslaught unlike any other. Partnering with Warner Brothers to bring the world and characters created by Ryan Coogler to HHN has been a dream come true. From the moment I first saw this film in theaters on its opening weekend, I knew it would have a lasting impact on not just me, but the entire world. The creative journey in adapting this story for our event has been such a rewarding experience. Everyone involved has treated it with the respect, passion, and care it deserves. Some scenes will make your eyes swell, while others will have you sprinting for the exit in fear. The film's iconic soundtrack and score are well represented in our experience, as is the all time great I Lied to You scene where Preacher Boy pierces the veil. Manuel Cordero's design for this moment and the whole experience is stunning. Fans of this film are in for a treat. One of the shining moments of this process has been collaborating with so many talented Universal Orlando performers and bringing this film's characters and cultural moments to life. It's been a labor of love for us all, and we can't wait to see you to experience it. See you at Club Juke.
Mm. First of all, absolutely ecstatic that Ramon is getting this. I think we said many times over, well, this was rumored that if we could pick anyone to be the show director, it'd be Ramon. And we got our wish. So that is very exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, Manuel Cordero, I believe, an example would be he did Terrifier last year. Is that correct? Was one of his houses?
I think
believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So definitely a designer that has a good history of work as well. So it seems like a good combo for this. I know a lot of people were begging for Dylan Colath to be on this, but can't happen for every house, guys.
No.
Sorry.
Save it for
otherwise. Otherwise, for a lot of this, he didn't give too much additional. There was a lot of that, like I'm excited and fun to work with these people, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. You had to. Fun parts for me are definitely the focus on music and specifically the fact that they will be tackling the "I Lied to You" scene, which they kind of have to do, but I could have seen them trying to sidestep it a bit.
Yeah.
People would be so mad.
Yeah, I mean, it's the big
Certainly so.
show-stopping scene of the whole film, you kinda have to have it. It's arguably the most important scene in the movie.
hmm
Absolutely. It's just one that, it looks like it's tough to translate. So if they can pull it off and execute it really well, I will be extremely impressed. And I'm very excited that he seems to be taking it head on. So
Yeah. And I watched a little bit of the YouTube live you guys are doing through captions because I have to watch it at work, so I can't have the sound on. But I know there were questions saying, how can they do the lied to you scene in a Horror Nights environment? Because Horror Nights have jump scares, and that's how scenes are laid out. But how are they going to do that? Like, how are they going to make this scene in particular jump scary without it being insensitive and stuff like that? And I think the scene itself kind of does that for you, because the way the camera pans is the characters, the different musicians and cultures and timelines of people, dancing to the song and playing instruments to the song, all pop out. Like, they do pop out at you in a way because the camera pans and it moves, and then all of a sudden they appear in the scene. It's like they keep appearing like magically as the camera moves. And to me, that's almost like a boo hole, or like a you don't see it in the corner of your eye, and then it just pops out at you. Not that its intent is to scare you, but it's sort of like a surprise, like, oh, that wasn't there. I didn't see that there, and now it's there. And I think that actually can work really well in a Horror Nights environment if they can pull it off right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how I see it.
And the way I kind of view it in my head is that this is the opening scene leading into the horror, because the whole point of the I Lied to You scene is that it's bringing the vampires to Club Juke. So I could see, you enter the juke joint, you go into that scene, and then bam, the house starts proper. Vampires start killing everybody.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would flow really well. Well, that is all the info we got for Orlando, at least, because of course, there's our favorite segment of all time, Jess.
Murdy tweets. Murdy tweets.
Were you not ecstatic about these specific Murdy tweets for some reason?
No, these are the ones we read last week where he was being all snarky
Correct.
and picked the worst questions.
I like when he's snarky. I find it fun, but he definitely made it the most useless Murdy tweets segment ever.
So useless intro for a useless segment.
Fair. So the way Murdy did this time is he said, I'll answer 10 questions. So he handpicks the 10 questions, and guess what? He didn't pick the best questions.
Shocker, I know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we had to know if the house would be scary or not, because that's important.
I don't think this house would be scary, actually. This one, I designed it to not be scary. What a question.
So I think the biggest news coming out of these is that he confirmed it's located in UVE. So we got a location drop. Yeah, correct. I love Ube.
You didn't call it its government name.
I'm sorry.
God.
Ube.
Thank you.
So he confirmed the location. He did something there, right? That's great. And then also that Sammy, like to quote Sammy, will be in the house. That scene.
Say Sammy one more time.
Sammy.
I'd prefer not to. He got it.
Yeah. I also, for this Murdy tweet section, I made sure to try to not to include all the stupid questions. The ones that have nothing, that like were just repeats or had nothing to do with anything. If you want to see all of the questions and the way Murdy answered in his snarky remarks, please watch our live, because you guys went over all of them perfectly in the best fashion, going 1 through 10. And it's honestly, it's less knowledge of like the house and more of a comedy act, honestly, at that point of the way Murdy was responding to all these tweets and moving forward. And so watch that if you want like the full story of everything he actually answered.
Yep, we had a good time with it.
But this one I think is also kind of a nothing burger, but it was a question related to this house. Basically someone asked, have you gone about anything differently this year? A new way of planning, a new way of creating? And Murdy answered, kind of all of the above, lots of firsts in this house, and the storytelling, makeup, effects. Don't want to spoil the surprise though, so that's all I'm going to say.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, but lots of stuff there to dissect,
I'm biting my tongue so hard.
Well, hey, guess what? In the next question, he actually does confirm something again. He's asked if Rocky Road to Dublin will be featured in the maze, and he says, well, I wouldn't be a good Irish citizen if I didn't include that classic Irish tune. So Rocky Road to Dublin will be in the house. Wow, crazy. Who would have thought?
Wow.
Now, it might just be me overthinking. I could be wrong. I know, Alex, you kind of had this idea too, but I'm not sure. It felt like this question was like the part he was like most ecstatic about in answering. And it's like the
Oh,
only
yeah.
one where he's peppy about it. You know, like the rest of them is like just straight answers. And this one he's like, oh yeah, I gotta include the classic Irish tune, Rocky Road to Dublin. And he's like he's kinda happy about it.
He's definitely happy about it.
Yeah, there's a reason he chose this question out of all the others.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing, Murdy. I'm on to you.
Oh,
Always bringing up the Irish part.
you have to. You have to. But this one was also a question. What was your favorite part about designing the treatment for sinners? And then the second part of the question was, what was something that was difficult in that process? And John Murdy answered, there's a specific scene in the film that I really wanted to focus on, but it requires time to play out. So that was particularly tricky to design. And while we all think that he might be referring to I Lied to You, what if he's just referring to Rocky Road to Dublin again?
The entire house will revolve around this one scene of Remick and his vampire horde dancing an Irish jig outside of the.
But it's going to be to a cover of Rocky Road to Dublin sung by John Murdy.
Exactly.
Music by Slash.
Featured by Slash, correct.
Oh, no.
Absolutely. Wow. But did you guys know it will also be scary?
Really?
What? How would you know that?
John told us. You guys missed it in the thread of 10 questions?
I guess so. How would...
Riveting.
It's crazy.
Groundbreaking. Journalism. LOL.
Here's the thing, though. He answered one more thing that wasn't part of his 10 questions. That was a question on Twitter, but he's like, okay, I guess I'll answer another one. But this one's kind of funny. Someone asked, will Sinners have original ideas involving Remick forming his vampires plus some storytelling? You know, sort of like saying, are we going to have any original things that are not in the movie in this house? And John Murdy basically just said, it's faithful to the film, which means no, it's going to be a book report. Get ready for Sinners, basically.
Yeah, not too surprising there, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, but do we want Murdy having any artistic interpretation with the story?
I don't.
I don't think so.
Okay, thank you.
And that's not even a Murdy knock. That's just like, no, this is not a film that you should play with too much. Just do the fucking film.
No,
Give me book report.
You kind of have to with this movie.
Mm-hmm. He does also say there will be a facade, but not where we think it'll be. So mid-house facade. And we talked about this on the live, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Ube. Where are facades typically in Ube? In the middle of the house, right? Usually mid-house facades. So does that mean we're going to have a front of the house facade, or does he think we have not caught on that they do mid-house facades in this location yet?
It probably so it could go one of. I think we said this on the live too. It could be so Murdy of Murdy to be like, haha, I'm gonna get them. They don't realize it's in the middle all the time, and it actually is. But it also would be really Murdy of him to be like, they've caught on, so now it's going in the beginning. Somehow.
It would also be really, really Murdy if he was like, it's usually room 7. Well, now it's room 8.
I added an extra hallway and now it's over here. What if they make it like a little like club juke, little like thing like at the front where you enter? That's actually what he means. That's like me giving him the most credit I think I've ever given him.
That I don't know how they make that work with the space, but
it's not, especially because that's like shit, like all of, oh my god, oh, I don't even like that area now that I'm thinking about it. Never mind. I love you, Ube, but I don't like the logistics of that area.
Not my favorite.
No.
Also mentions there will be a lot of likeness casting face characters and Sinners. Quite a bit more than a normal house. Which we like to hear after Us came from John Murdy.
Good. This made me very happy, I was already happy on announcement day, obviously, but we know what happened before, and I personally know I give Hollywood a lot of shit for it, and like I know Murdy when maybe he didn't make the decision, but I think that this is a huge step in the right direction. So thank you. Love that.
Yeah. And interesting enough, along with that, he also tweeted out a casting call asking for people to audition to play Smoke, Stack, Preacher Boy, Remick, Bert, Joan, Annie, Mary, and Perline. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he's ever like tweeted a casting calls for specific characters before.
I definitely do not recall that ever happening. No. So I don't think I've ever seen either coach just directly like, "Hey, come be this character." That is
I think
pretty
they
wild.
have to with this house. Like I really think
Correct.
because you can't just do fill-ins. Like because fill-ins have to be very specific to the characters here. Especially because everyone's face
Mhm.
characters, or most of them are face characters. And if you have a call out or somebody sick, what are you gonna do? You just don't fill that hole at that point, because you need them to be specific to the characters. And so this could be a house that ends up suffering with a lot of holes if they don't get enough cast or find enough potential fill-ins for the cast itself. I could see that potentially being a problem with this house.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have a thought now that we were talking about that actually ties into, I guess, the spec map a little bit, but I wonder if that's why we're seeing, not that the two IPs are related in any way, but we're seeing two IPs in those tents together now because they are so isolated from the rest of the event
Mhm.
that like
Hmm.
they probably have to have their own form of a fire crew or something. And so having IPs, because they're more strict with that, obviously there's contracts involved. I know last year there was an IP where I think it was like they couldn't have so many boo holes not filled. It was like a specific thing in the
Mhm.
contract. So it became like a question of, what's more important, the look or the boo hole? And that's not going to happen in this story, obviously. But very interesting to think about, like contract wise, like stuff you never think about with HHN.
That is true. That's a good point. Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
think another interesting thing is that Michael Aiello tweeted something similar, like a similar
Yep.
casting call for Orlando as well. So this might be a issue for both coasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe Aiello directly stated characters or anything, right?
Yeah,
just
no, he
kind of
didn't.
said, "Hey, you should also apply to be a scare actor if you're interested."
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe. I mean, Orlando is definitely just going to need extra casting help in general this year, though, because what are we expecting currently? 6 extra casts at least.
Whew.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I'm also I'm just so happy with the like POC representation for this year too,
Mhm.
across the board. But yeah, that is a lot of casting and casting the right people, and they can do it. They'll figure it out. I think that's why casting started going out so quickly and early this year. It felt like.
Mhm. Yeah,
Congratulations to all so far.
yeah. A lot of people have definitely been cast. I think like every house and I think every zone at this point have had some people cast. So, that's a lot of people already. And I know a lot of people are still waiting, and I hope you get your emails soon.
Yeah.
And there is one more piece of this Sinners release that I do want to go over, and that's, of course, the merch line that dropped. As usual, we've been getting preview merch in Orlando, and Hollywood now gets that as well. This came with a shirt, of course, a hat, and the carousel figure for Sinners as well. So let's start with the shirt, the biggest piece of merch that comes out. It is not the key art, as we had said earlier, but I think it's still a pretty good design. What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm. Yep. All of this is good. I love
Oh
it.
yeah, I love it too. I mean,
All
I've
of it?
seen people on Discord, on Twitter.
Sorry, Alex. What were you saying?
Yeah, yeah. I've seen people on Discord and Twitter kind of complaining about it, and I think it's because they're comparing it to that amazing key art. But even so, with all the limitations of not being able to have Michael B. Jordan's face on it, I think it looks amazing.
Keep
Yeah,
saying
I think
sexy.
you're fine. Now you're just cutting people off for fun. You
Yeah.
don't even have an excuse.
Michael B. Jordan is my excuse. Thank you. When I said train, it's because I will be derailing everything moving forward now.
Yes, correct. Listeners, there's an inside joke. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, that sounds
You'll
bad.
you'll never get it, but it's okay. Anyways, yeah, I agree with you, Alex, that I think if you couldn't compare it to the key art, a lot more people would be into the shirt design. I will say I don't love that it's like a dark gray, just because sweat and gray aren't great together, and it's Orlando, so sweat happens a lot. Otherwise, I think it's a cool design for sure.
Yeah, that color is gonna keep me from purchasing it. It did keep me from wanting it, but I like the graphic a lot. I'm just hoping that we get the actual key art during the event on a black shirt.
We have to, right? We
I
have to.
hope. I want it.
I picture it exactly like last year's Fallout shirt that had dog meat on the pocket. I think we're gonna get like maybe Sinner's script on the pocket with Horror Nights, and then the key art on the back. Just what I'm envisioning currently.
Then I can't look at him.
I'll wear it, and you walk behind me.
All right, I'll allow it. That's fine. I'll allow it. I like it more now.
I can tell you one thing I didn't like: the hat. Unfortunately, I rarely like the hats that they put out. I'm not gonna lie.
But it says Sinners on it.
It sure does. That's about all it has on it. And it's like this faux leather that kind of looked cool in the promo photo, and I was intrigued. It's like mesh hat, like mesh trucker hat on the back, and then it's Velcro, and it doesn't feel good, and the stitching doesn't look great. Easy pass.
No, thank you. Why are we on the trucker hat era right now? I miss the dad hats.
Yeah, same. Give me a buckle, or give me the snaps, like a snapback. You know, I don't want fucking Velcro.
No, my hair gets caught in that. No, thank you.
I just don't like it. I just don't like
this hat either at all. Just not a fan.
Now, the big potential surprise, I think, for some people is the carousel figure that released. I think a lot of people just thought it wouldn't happen because we kind of figured these likeness rights might appear for a property like Sinners. And then it was kind of speculated based off how many question marks there were that something would have to be left off. So people thought Sinners. Turns out, no, we got it, and it takes up just one space as Smoke and Stack are combined on one piece. And I think it's one of the cooler pieces so far. I mean, I liked both Oddfellow and Jack too, so I like all three of them. Yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Big fan. I really like it as well. It's very nice. I'm a big. I think you said it earlier in the episode, Alex. Just the pose that they have them in. I'm a big fan of that, and then being in that pose on the carousel is really fun.
Any last thoughts about the merch or Sinners at all before we fully move on?
Choo choo! I didn't do it enough in the episode. The Michael B. Jordan train is here, everybody. That's it.
Well, choo choo.
Choo choo. You said you were on it too.
I am. Choo choo.
All right, Jonathan, Alex, are you guys on the Michael B. Jordan train?
Yeah, I guess.
Can I get a choo choo, gentlemen?
You can't just say yes.
Choo choo.
Thank you. We've been doing this for months. Please don't act like you're new here. It's here. I wanted more goose. Opening night, I'm gonna have a conductor hat, and you're not gonna be ready for the TikTok y'all are gonna have to be in.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Duff. It's the second night of HHN. I will do it.
Okay, much better. I can deal with that.
I'm so
Anyways, we will reluctantly move on from Sinners just because there's not much more to talk about yet. But there was another piece of news that came out, and that's that HHN Hollywood dropped their tickets. Full lineup, as they typically do. Everything comes out at once. I'd say, and I did not do the math on this, and I didn't really see anyone do the math on it either, but the price increase was pretty minimal. and everything looks pretty reasonably priced when you compare it to Orlando. So good job, Hollywood. We all appreciate that.
Now, I did have one question
Now, mhm.
because I know you went, Duff. Was the dining pass ticket a thing last year?
uh, I don't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, because now they have like for 60 something dollars, you get like 2 entrees, snacks, drinks, stuff like that. And I don't know if it's been a thing before, but it is one of the options you can get with your tickets.
Huh. You know what? It doesn't sound familiar either, because I feel like I'm learning something new right now. So I'm gonna say no. That sounds new.
Hey, there we go.
News. But outside of that, there's some other news that comes with this ticket drop. One of them that I'm a huge fan of is that Jurassic World will not be operating during Halloween Horror Nights. And if you went through the Jurassic World uh, queue for that house location last year, you would know it's kind of a shit show. So this should open up a lot more queue space as they can use what they would normally use for the attraction now, and make that process much easier.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good thing. I mean, I've heard people using tricks to ride the attraction to skip the entire line, and that trick just kept working every night. So I'm happy they can't do that this year.
Hmm. Yes. I will say for RIP, it was easy. I'll give them that. But it looked terrible for everything else.
Mm.
And even for RIP, you just kind of got lost in the crowd. It was weird. It was just really weird.
Now, Duff, and we're talking about rides here at Hollywood that will or will not be available. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
I love starting with bad news.
Okay, bad news. Hollywood Drift, Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, the new coaster coming out, should open within a couple months or so, definitely before Halloween Horror Nights, will only be available to express ticket holders and anyone above like RIP tour stuff like that. And will not be available to those in who just have a normal ticket.
Aw. I mean, it doesn't affect us, but that does suck. That's a
Now,
bummer.
it
Wow.
comes to good news though.
Oh boy.
Because Hollywood Drift is now the, I guess, pay to ride attraction, Mario Kart and Super Nintendo World in its entirety will be available to all guests and won't be locked behind the express tickets.
Woo! Woo! Yeah. Yeah. Did that sound genuine to you guys?
No.
Did I? No. Okay.
It sounded like you were trying to be like Toadette.
Toadette,
Yeah,
exactly.
we'll go. That's what I was doing. Yeah, we'll go with that.
While you were riding Mario Kart because it goes so slow.
Yeah, no. Honestly, though, I am excited that people that don't have Express Rep will have the opportunity to go see Mario Kart and Super Nintendo World now. It does kind of suck that you won't see Hollywood Drift though during HHN. I don't know. I think it's strange personally for Super Nintendo World. I think it made a little bit more sense just because it's kind of this tucked off different area. But Hollywood Drift should be like a high capacity attraction that could eat crowd. So um, why not include it? It sounds like it'd be good for operation.
Yeah.
I mean, they want that extra money on the express tickets, I guess.
Yeah, well, there you go. I guess that could be the answer. How many people are going to be like, I'm buying Express just for Hollywood Drift, though?
I don't think
I can't
people
imagine
read the
too
tickets and
many.
wouldn't know. They would just get the standby and be like, what do
There you
you
go.
mean?
Correct.
Yep.
I think that's typically what's going to happen. People are going to show up and be very disappointed when they find out they can't ride.
Those poor team members outside of Hollywood Drift. Oh no.
Mhm.
Oof.
Can
so
you
sad.
imagine? Good luck,
No.
guys. Good luck.
So now that we finished the news segment of the podcast, we'll move into the rumors segment because Horror Night Nightmares released their new speculation maps for Halloween Horror Nights Orlando and Hollywood. Now, we aren't going to discuss all the things that are the same from the past maps. we're just gonna go into the new stuff that is popped up on this map, including changes of location. And Alex here actually helped comprise a list of all of the changes that have happened since this past map.
Yeah. So first up for the houses, we have the Zoo original and the Makeup original swapping places. So now we have Zoo in Soundstage 24B, which is where Grave of Flesh was, and Makeup in Sprung Tent 2, which is where Dolls was last year. Um, we also have the two new tents swapping, I believe. Sinners is now in Sprung Tent 3, which is where Galkin was last year, and Hellraiser is in Sprung Tent 4, which is where Fallout was. So this year will be the first year that both new Sprungs, at least according to the spec map, will be IPs, which is big news.
It's huge.
It's huge. It really is. And like what Jess was saying, I think that makes perfect sense for, your idea of just actors and stuff like that, of how that's gonna be laid out, especially with these houses here that need specific roles here.
Mhm.
And moving on, we actually have really, really cool symbols that have popped up in these scare zones, because we actually have scare zones on this map. I think the last one we just had one scare zone. Now we have almost everything. Did we have, yeah, almost everything here.
I think we had 2 last time, but
We
they
had
have now
2?
been combined
Okay.
into 1.
So now we have 3 new ones. The first one being the which is rumored to be what the symbol looks like, a Cindy slash caretaker zone in the Hollywood zone, because you have the caretaker's stopwatch, and you have fire, which seemingly represents Sydney and the
I'm sorry,
caretaker there.
Albert with a stopwatch is so funny. A pocket watch.
Pocket watch, yeah.
He's like taking the lap.
Yeah.
Time.
Amazing. Got his Fitbit going, you know.
Exactly.
Oh, he's really into fitness in his old age.
I respect it. I respect everything about this though, because I need this to be true. So bad.
Yeah. I know I'm not allowed to ask for anything anymore. Universal.
Too late. Too late.
People on the live were saying I manifested too hard, but I said I did not manifest anything for this. I just said all the icons. I think I did specifically say the caretaker.
I'm pretty sure you did. I think you say that basically every year, no
I
matter what
do.
the scenario is, though.
I do. It's like Zodiac. I have to be right eventually, right?
Zodiac.
Zodiac. That's another inside joke right there. This is also, see, it's starting to get really hard to remember what I've said on the podcast and what I've not with these lives and everything. But for people that have maybe only seen the icons in 30 and might be caretaker Cindy fans, Cindy big fans, this is the first time you're gonna see them like outside the vinyl. And like, hate to be that person, I'm taking a picture with the caretaker this year, y'all, if this happens. And that's never happened for me. So I'm big excited for that.
Yeah, I mean, even if you go prior to that, like when's the last time you would have seen the caretaker not just in some sort of mashup house or zone?
True.
Like, when's the last time he just got to shine?
And with his daughter.
Probably.
Yeah. Scream House Revisited, I guess.
Resurrection. Yeah.
Resurrection, thank you.
I'm so excited.
And I think speaking of 30, the Hollywood Zone during Halloween Horror Nights 30 gave Eddie his chance to sign. And now Cindy, another icon, or someone who was supposed to be an icon who got canceled, is having her chance to shine in Hollywood this anniversary year.
Yeah, I like everything about this. We don't really have details past this. Obviously, we're just reading into what a symbol is on the map, but that's all I need to know, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
Also, if we move over to the entrance zone, you have what was previously 2 separate symbols on the map for scare zones. You had one that labeled 35 years and one that was just like a circus tent. These have now combined into one symbol in the entrance plaza. So it's tying into the event with the carnival. It's 35 years anniversary entrance zone in the front. That makes too much sense not to happen, to be honest.
However, the next symbol here is the most interesting one out of all of these, obviously. And I'm mostly joking, but it's also probably the most interesting is in like a what the fuck type of way. Because we have a symbol for San Francisco, which is presumably what this map is thinking is Club Horror once again. We have a DJ Pumpkin Lord. So
Hell yeah.
I guess Pumpkin Lord, according to the map here, is going to be the DJ of Club Horror.
I mean, I don't know if he has to be the DJ. He could be there. I don't need him to be the DJ. I just want his aesthetic. I want a Wicked Growth Club Horror aesthetic. And, Pumpkin Lord can be either at like the front or back of the zone. I call the zone of the. I can't remember what they called it now. What do they call them? Street experience. And we can expand it a little bit, give it a bit more space to breathe.
What
You're gonna breathe in those wonderful fumes of his farts and burps.
What if? Okay, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. What if they do a pumpkin canopy, kind of like on a truss, like how they did in was that was 30 years, 30 years.
31, right? Where Lil Boo was up there?
31. Yeah, it was 31. I'm sorry, you're right. But yeah, when it was 31, like what if that was kind of like over San Fran as you walked, or like over the DJ area, kind of like what you see at festivals?
That could work. I'd be into that. Give me all the pumpkins.
I'm into it, but I don't know. I think Jonathan or Alex had something to say.
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say, imagine just the Pumpkin Lord spinning the vinyls and just burping and farting along with the beat.
All right, you don't have to bring the mood down, okay? All right. He has one weird appearance in his own, and now it's all people talk about.
Yeah, that's the legacy of him now.
Not to me.
Only been around twice.
Hey.
I mean, whatever.
Leave my mans alone.
I do want to throw in one thing about the the front entrance zones that I did not throw in before we moved on so quickly to Pumpkin Lord. I think that it's also interesting what that potentially could be in the idea of those zones have been like connected in some way in the last couple years, and like what other icons could possibly. I know I asked for all and mainly Caretaker, but it'd be cool if like all of them were on one side and then it also just like led over to the Cary, Ohio ones over here on Hollywood.
Yeah. Buzz.
Sorry, it was on Do Not Disturb for the longest.
All right. We are struggling here, guys.
Let's wrap this up, please. We got this.
All right.
It's just Hollywood now?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so with that, let's move on over to Hollywood now, where, of course, there were some changes as well. One big one here that you don't see in Orlando is that Evil Dead Burn has been removed off the map. Well, it still does exist on Orlando, so that would be very interesting to see that stick around as an exclusive and not in Hollywood, because if I had to guess it being exclusive in either coast, my guess would be Hollywood. I know a lot of people would be excited if this doesn't make it, though, just because I guess we don't know a lot about the IP yet. It comes out in like less than 2 months, and we know basically nothing. So I get it, but I'm very intrigued to see if this holds up, because I would have wagered it's just either going to be at both coasts or neither.
Yeah. It to me, it doesn't make sense that would be an Orlando exclusive unless Murdy really didn't like doing Evil Dead Rise. Like maybe he just hated doing that house and was like, "All right, I'm never doing Evil Dead again." But I kind of doubt that. But either way, I'm kind of happy it's not on the map because I didn't really like Evil Dead Rise at their coast. A lot of it was because we kind of saw half of it before, so
Mhm.
that's kind of unfair a little bit because we had some bias. But I really didn't care for it, and I don't think I would have any interest or hype in Murdy's version of Evil Dead Burn because even though we don't really know anything about it, we know what the movie's gonna be. It's gonna be there's gonna be a book, somebody's gonna read it, there's gonna be deadites, there's gonna be some kills, and then at the end, the book's gonna go to somebody else or something. Like every Evil Dead movie is the same. So it's just gonna be probably a different location. So I don't know right now. I'm kind of hoping it's not on there, but if it's still on Orlando's map, it makes it a little suspicious.
Wow, you really summed up an Evil Dead house really well.
That's all it is. It's every movie except the third one.
Yeah, definitely. Now we're gonna move over to Jurassic World, where you have a headstone with like a zombie arm sticking out. So kind of leading everyone to lean towards a graveyard original. Which, listen, if you know this podcast, at least 2/3 of it. I think Jonathan, you're probably on board too. Graveyards are kind of our shtick, our thing.
Mhm.
It draws us in, magnetized.
Preach.
We need it.
Hmm.
We want it. We crave it.
Amen.
So yeah, we want it to happen is where I was going with that. That's all.
Yeah, big fan. Big fan. Let's see. And this lines up with I guess the construction we can see from that right now. I get kind
Mhm.
of.
Well, yeah, I guess a little bit.
Like I could see that because I said it was very monstrous-esque, like mausoleum-esque.
Mhm.
hmm
I haven't
Yeah.
I
seen
think
it
it still is
Okay.
mausoleum-esque. I guess John Murdy has shot down that it's directly a mausoleum.
Oh,
That
that's fair.
doesn't mean it loses the aesthetic that can fit in a graveyard elsewhere, though, to be honest.
Yeah, and I mean, I know some people on the discords were saying that it's more of like a funeral home, and they had some pretty
Mhm.
close like images of funeral homes that matched pretty well to the Jurassic World facade.
But
Perfect.
you
Okay,
but
I
you know
like
what
that.
it also has a funeral home?
The caretaker.
Evil Dead Burn, because
The
that shows that
caretaker.
in the
Oh,
trailer.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. What if this is just evil? Oh man,
No, I think he
ruining
said
our
this one.
fun.
He said this one wasn't original.
Oh, damn. Never mind.
Oh well. What do you mean, damn?
Well, no, that makes sense. We're yeah.
Disappointed.
I'm not disappointed. I don't know.
Oh darn, we're not getting Evil Dead Burn. What
Ah,
a shame.
fuck. Yeah.
I don't think Jonathan likes graveyard stuff.
Well, I do like graveyard. I like graveyard
Uh,
games
I don't
and the
think
graveyard
Jonathan.
zone we
I don't
had. I
think he
like
likes
that.
Yeah.
graveyard.
But do you want to see
I don't
Murdy's
know.
graveyard stuff?
That sounds like an
I mean,
innuendo. No, I don't want to see Murdy's graveyard.
you want to see the graveyard stuff? His graveyard stuff?
I
Yeah.
don't like this conversation anymore.
Well,
We'll
think
move
about
on.
think
It's
about
okay.
every time there's been like a graveyard in a Hollywood house. It hasn't looked very good.
Eh,
It's like the outside is just black walls because they use that to like show the darkness of the night. So they'd have to do it in a different direction for it to actually be kind of interesting.
all right, don't talk me out of this, okay?
Okay.
Let me enjoy some Hollywood speculation sometimes.
Wow.
Well, go ahead.
I just can't believe Harry versus Jack is still going strong on this map.
Yeah, that seriously, and it's still just the Christmas logo that they used.
It's crazy.
I think all it's done is move to Mummy at this point. That's really its only change. Yeah, still hanging on. We'll see if it actually comes to fruition. It would be interesting to see, to say the least.
Yeah.
Interesting for sure. So let's move over to H-Lot South, where we have Aussie on the map here, which is just kind of like the rocker symbol, which we also have in Orlando as well. So Aussie also just kind of sticking around too.
They did fix the logo this time, and I'm so proud of them. It's not the
Yes.
ASL for I love you anymore. It's the correct thing.
Yes, it is.
So no more Quiet Place conspiracies, please, people.
This one's fun for me. Terra Tram previously had the trash bags, which was Terrifier last year, and then also had a clown on it. Well, it's reverted to just the trash bags now, so seems to be hinting directly at a Terrifier tram only.
Love it.
We've said this is a great way to integrate them to the event without kind of forcing it, so I'm down.
I really want to see it. If it happens, I need to figure this out.
Now, this final one that we're going to talk about is probably the most shocking, I would say, for Hollywood. And that's that the banana has now joined the Hollywood map, and it's the entire front area of the park. Like normally, what would be 2 zones seems to have become 1, and they're implying it's Fortnite. If you don't know, Hollywood doesn't really do IP zones. And now, if this is true, it's just going to be the entire front of the park. Okay.
What a great way to enter Halloween Horror Nights.
And then walk your first 10 minutes through it, too.
Yeah.
Can't imagine what the opening ceremony is going to be.
Oh my god.
Banana.
What song are they going to choose?
Oh, God.
So many from Fortnite.
Just have an army of Fortnite characters going up doing the fucking floss in front of the gates.
Oh.
Like, listen, I'm sure there's going to be some IP involvement with a potential Fortnite, but like, is there going to be enough to take up the whole front of the park?
I'm so afraid. This is not going to be fun. What's the chainsaw chase out going to look like?
The banana's going to run around.
Oh, no.
Remember when we were concerned about like what they were going to do in Fortnite because like we don't do guns? It's going to be chainsaws.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's going to be bananas with chainsaws.
Well, definitely Hollywood, that's for sure.
And machetes. And oh my god. Yeah, they're just baseball bats. They're just going to take all the purge weapons that they got laying around and they're going to hand them off to bananas and I don't know. Jason's coming to the game this year, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
He is.
I assume the Jason universe might pop up. They got the masks laying around.
Yeah, that is true. That's a good point.
He's in the game. If that's like the only I know. Who else is? I don't know who else is in the game. Actually,
there's
the banana.
Billy the puppet. There's like a power up with him. There's the Grabber from Black Phone. There's Scream, Ghostface from Scream. He's one of the big ones. One of the big characters. There's a couple.
Yeah, we'll see.
Leatherface. Leatherface is in there.
They have a chance to do the funniest thing ever with Ghostface. Only put him in the zone. Get the rights. Put Ghostface in Fort Nightmares, and we'll never see a Scream house. And that will be its legacy at Halloween Horror Nights.
I'm not mad about that at this point in Scream's franchise.
You're not. Well, yeah, I'm okay.
That's true.
That's true.
Like if Scream came now, would we all be happy about it, or would we all be like, oh, at this point, even if it was the original film, because we know what that would go to. I don't think anybody would be happy. I mean, other people would, but not. I wouldn't. So at this point, if that's Scream's legacy, putting him in Fortnite, whatever, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we get out of here?
We're ending off on a high note.
Ooh.
Fortnitemares on both coasts.
But we started with Sinners.
Yeah. We did. We started off hot. We slowly fell off a cliff. But that's okay, because I'm sure next time we're back next week that there will be something more fun than... honestly, we're still going to be talking about Fortnite anyway, so... damn. Oh well, moving on. Before we get out of here, go follow us on social media. That's Twitter, Instagram, YouTube at HHN365, or TikTok at HHN365pod. Join our Discord, where you can also whine about Fortnitemares just like us. That link is in the description. Check out our merch shop at hhn365.com. And if you want to leave a voicemail that will probably not play for a month on this show at the current rate, that number is 407-906-4134. We'll get to the voicemails, we promise. But we'll see you in the streets.